In the heart of Greece, where the Aegean Sea whispers tales of love and loss, there existed an ancient grove, revered for its ethereal beauty. Here, amidst the rustling leaves and the fragrant olive trees, stood the ruins of a majestic Greek temple, silent witness to the timeless passage of love and the inexorable march of time. And it was here that a tale of forbidden love unfolded, a narrative of two souls entwined by affection and bound by a love so profound that even the gods could not keep them apart. The sun began its slow descent towards the horizon, casting long shadows across the grove, painting the sky in hues of amber and rose as it dipped below the jagged teeth of the mountains. The last rays of sunlight fell upon a clearing where two figures stood hand in hand, lost in each other's embrace. They were young, vibrant, and deeply in love, their laughter echoing through the ancient trees like the song of a distant woodwind. Their names were Eos and Orion, two star-crossed lovers whose bond was as strong as the roots of the oldest olive tree in the grove. But their love was a secret, hidden away from the prying eyes of the world. For their families were ancient rivals, their houses divided by a chasm of hatred that had endured for generations. Their fathers, Menelaus and Agamemnon, were kings of neighboring city-states, their rivalry a constant undercurrent in the region's history. Yet, amidst this discord, Eos and Orion found solace in each other, their love a beacon of hope in a world shrouded by darkness. Their trysts in the sacred grove became a cherished ritual, a stolen moment of joy amidst the tapestry of deceit and animosity that defined their existence. However, the gods, intrigued by their unwavering devotion, decided to test the limits of their love. As the sun began its slow descent, a thick fog rolled in, blanketing the grove in an eerie silence. In the distance, the first stars began to appear, their twinkling lights piercing the gloom. Amidst this ethereal backdrop, Orion felt a sudden chill, a premonition of the trials that lay ahead. Despite the encroaching darkness, Eos and Orion remained undeterred. Their love, they believed, was their guiding light, a constant in the face of life's uncertainties. Hand in hand, they ventured deeper into the grove, the ancient trees forming a canopy overhead, their gnarled branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. The air grew heavy with the scent of pine and damp earth, the silence broken only by the soft murmur of the wind. Suddenly, the tranquility was shattered by the sound of crashing branches. From the depths of the grove emerged a colossal tree, its massive trunk and thick foliage blocking their path. This was no ordinary tree. It was the petrified form of Eris's father, King Menelaus, transformed by the gods into an immovable obstacle between the lovers. Overcome with grief and rage, Eros confronted the tree, his pleas echoing through the silent grove. But the tree remained impassive, its roots running deep like the stubbornness of the king it once was. In the distance, the sky rumbled, and Orion, filled with determination, turned to Eros with a reassuring squeeze of the hand. He whispered words of comfort, reminding his love that their bond transcended all earthly trials. Together, they decided to circumvent the tree, hoping to find another way out of the grove. But as they moved, the ground beneath their feet began to tremble. From the corner of her eye, Eris saw the beginnings of cracks in the earth, spreading like fissures in a still pond. The air crackled with energy as the ground split open, revealing a dark, gaping chasm. Before either lover could react, the earth gave way beneath their feet, and they found themselves at the bottom of the chasm, surrounded by jagged rocks and the stench of sulfur. Above them, the sky had turned a sickly green, and the once comforting stars now seemed like malevolent eyes peering down at their misfortune. With trembling hands, Eros and Orion clung to each other, their love the only anchor in the face of this unexpected peril. Tears streamed down Eos's face, mixing with the dust and grime of the chasm. Her voice trembled as she whispered to Orion, the weight of their situation dawning on them. Suddenly, Orion felt a sharp pain in his leg, and he looked down to see a rock had cut deep into his flesh. Blood welled up, staining the dust crimson. Despite the agony, he forced a smile, refusing to let despair consume him. With a gentle touch, Eros wiped the blood from his leg, her own tears mingling with his wounds. In that dark and desolate place, their love deepened, becoming a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. As the night wore on, the sky above the chasm began to lighten, the first hints of dawn breaking through the darkness. Exhausted and wounded, Eros and Orion lay close to each other, finding solace in each other's presence. And then something miraculous happened. The chasm began to glow, and from its depths, a warm light emerged, enveloping the lovers in a comforting embrace. As the light intensified, they felt their bodies begin to change, their limbs becoming entwined with the roots of the ancient trees that lined the chasm. In the distance, they heard the sound of rushing water, and as they turned toward the noise, they saw a river of golden light flowing toward them. The river seemed to beckon, promising an end to their ordeal. Hand in hand, Eros and Orion stepped into the light, their bodies being pulled toward the river like moths to a flame. As they reached the river's edge, its waters flowed over them, washing away the pain and the darkness that had enveloped them. When the waters receded, they looked down to see that their legs had become trunks, sturdy and strong, rooted deep in the earth, in a final act of defiance against the cruel whims of the gods. Eros and Orion embraced, their torsos entwining, their arms reaching up to become the branches of two magnificent trees, their roots intertwined, binding them together as one. And as the sun rose higher in the sky, casting its golden rays upon the grove, the trees stood tall, a symbol of eternal love against the backdrop of the crumbling Greek temple, their roots weaving a tapestry of devotion that would echo through the ages. Tears streamed down their faces, now leaves rustling in the wind, their eyes now pools of shimmering sap, reflecting the sorrow of their fate. Around them, the grove stirred, the leaves whispering secrets of love and loss as the wind rustled through their branches. The scent of blossoms mingled with the earthy aroma of petrichor, a solemn reminder of the bittersweet nature of existence. Theirs was a love story that defied the boundaries of life and death, a testament to the transformative power of affection. And as the centuries passed, their intertwined branches became a place of pilgrimage for lovers from across the land, each seeking a piece of the magic that had bound Eos and Orion in an embrace more powerful than death itself. For in the heart of Greece, where the whisper of the wind carried tales of eternal love, the lovers in the tree stood as a beacon, their story a timeless echo in the corridors of the ancient world. The image of these two lovers who sacrificed everything for their love was seared into the minds of everyone who witnessed it. Onlookers could be seen shedding tears and making offerings at the base of the intertwined trees, beseeching Eros and Orion to intercede on their behalf and help their own love to flourish. Some say that if you visit the grove at dusk, when the shadows grow long and the light fades, you can still hear the faint whisper of their voices carried on the evening breeze, a haunting melody that speaks of devotion and sacrifice. And as the sun dips below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of purple and red, you might just catch a glimpse of their intertwined branches silhouetted against the dying light. A poignant reminder of the enduring power of love.